All right, everybody. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Let's make 2020 awesome. And belated Merry Christmas to everybody. I'm sorry about the lack of content here in the last half of the year. It's just been total chaos. Buying a house, dogs, trying to build a workshop, and also just, make bills and everything happen. I've been putting a lot of hours in at work, so it's really just been kind of like, I really want to get things done on these things, but it's been slow. And you always got to have a cup of coffee, and that's the only thing that's been keeping me running this year. So I apologize. I will make sure I get more content up soon. Anyways, let's talk about, let's recap 2019 just for everybody. Um, let's see, 2019 started out very interestingly. I signed a mortgage and took possession of a house that came with a 20 by 30 barn that was absolutely disgusting. And I spent a few hundred hours in here cleaning, scrubbings, vacuuming, decorating, repairing, and I finally got it where we can pull 2 trucks in and keep them in storage throughout the winter. I've got a working bay here where I can pull things in and out of as I need to. That's why this truck is here, because I can roll this one out easily, pull something in, work on it, and then pull this truck right back in. So I had to move. Oh man, I'll tell you. Losing a house, lost the house, lost the barn, had to go to storage garage work. Then finally signed the paperwork on this place, and then immediately had to just start unloading the storage garage and bringing everything over here, getting it set up the way I wanted it, cleaning up the previous owner's garbage, and doing things like removing the chicken coop that was upstairs, moving all my parts into storage up here. And I haven't even begun to touch the surface up here at all, but here's where we're at. So all my stuff is here. I've been just kind of feeding off of it while I work on Pathfinder pickup. Boxes here and there, just stacks of flywheels and clutches and drive shafts and just, part outs and everything. So that was the first 6 months of being here, was cleaning everything up and trying to move things around and plug holes and, and find my muse and inspiration again. I had felt pretty dead for the last couple of years, so it was a matter of just kind of like trying to figure out what life was all about. And slowly the muse started to trickle back in. So I got the new wheels and tires for this guy. Those were awesome. That really set the look off on that truck. That was like the first thing that I did. This truck did a lot of work this year, or in 2019, moving all kinds of stuff. Wood, toolboxes, engines, transmissions, the whole 9 yards, and then going out and having fun. This truck has been a beast, and I love it. So it's going to stick around for as long as the body will allow it. It's really starting to get some holes in it, but it keeps starting and going to work every morning. Oh yeah, did the first autocross in years in this truck over at the Seneca Army Depot. We did do that. That was pretty cool. Oh, let's see. We parted out another Pathfinder. That was a 1990 SEV6. So I got cool things like doors and fenders, and I now have a limited slip diff that actually does work for 4-wheel drive. I got a set of Lego wheels. I got a nice set of 31 tires and everything. So that was cool there. So let's see. We started building the flatbed on the Pathfinder pickup. Got some amazing work done last weekend. I'm going to shoot some video of it this week. I basically repurposed a 6-foot Chevy back rack into a flatbed using 1x3 steel and drive shaft tubes. I was able to convert a 4-door Nissan Pathfinder into a basic flatbed Nissan Hardbody. So in my book, it's still a Pathfinder, but it's a Hardbody and everything. So we did that. Oh, let's see what else happened. I transferred from one building location to back up to my original building location for my job. That definitely helped the mental situation and got me back on my feet a bit. I love the guys there in Rochester. They got my sense of humor and they know what I'm all about. So they really have been patient with me and understanding that I went through hell. I did. The losing everything and then having to start from scratch and buy a house, like, so we could have these kinds of conversations inside my barn. Hasn't been easy. So they understood and they were patient with me and everything. And it's been a tremendous help. I've made some great friends online over the last year just through doing stuff to these trucks. I now know people all over the planet. I've talked to people in Guam. I've talked to people in Thailand. I've talked to people in Canada. I've talked to people in Mexico. I've talked to people in Japan. It's crazy. It really is awesome. This channel's brought a lot of interesting characters together in my life that have helped me, and I've helped them. It's just been cool. So I'm hoping that to carry on with this wave and make this stuff happen even more. I guess the future plans are to finish up the Pathfinder pickup, get through this winter. Unfortunately, this winter is just, I can't drive these things in the snow. I just don't have the heart to do it. I drove this one in the snow once, and it really it took its toll. It's got a lot of holes, a lot of rust in it. Just one winter alone with me was able to make it, so we got just chunks falling off of this thing now. We'll get some more time out of it. We do have a little bit of time, but time is fleeting with that truck. Let's see, I started tearing down and working on my 3.3 supercharged two-wheel drive build. That's sitting here. I got a ton of parts for this thing here. I got heads, manifolds, if this camera will ever decide to focus. There we go. Manifolds, intakes, and stuff like that. I started finding supercharger parts. We got supercharged manifold with supercharger injectors. We just don't have the blower. That's gonna be a find. Hopefully we can find something interesting to put on that. My race mower actually did 28 miles an hour according to this phone's GPS. Then I blew the motor. Now I have a new motor in it. So I've been slowly working on that and trying to get that running. I think that will be a fun thing. It'll be even faster. I'm trying to push past 30. I don't have that here. That's sitting over at my buddy's shop where the Pathfinder pickup is. The plan for this truck this year is to put these doors on. I've got four-wheel drive fenders upstairs, and I put a new hood and cowl on this thing, so it's a little less rusty, a little less faded. Also ditched the roll bar. There's a previous video on that. Ditched the roll bar. You just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, got rid of a lot of the over the top decorating that that I had done in previous years. So the Pathfinder pickup, I will be ordering an engine this spring, I hope. I'm waiting for tax returns. Lord knows I paid enough taxes this year, so I'm hoping that we can get that back into my pocket, and then I'll immediately turn around and I'm going to order the 3.3 supercharged engine. Made it with the manual transmission that's sitting outside, and yeah, that build's going to be awesome. And I'm already thinking about the next build, the Exo-Patho build. That's coming along slowly. I have a lot of parts. Sitting here just waiting for a truck to go on. And I've just been collecting tools and just organizing stuff. So that is what we have in the future for us. I'm glad you guys have been tagging along and enjoying what I've been doing, even though it's been extremely slow. But that's how we have to operate right now. But 2020, I have a good feeling about this year. The roaring 20s, they say. So I'm going to be glad to be a part of the Roaring 20s. I would have loved to have seen the 1920s, but it was a little bit too soon for me. It was going to be another 50 years before I appeared. So cool. Yeah, I've just been junkyarding, collecting parts. We went to this really awesome junkyard about a month and a half ago that was been around since the 1950s, and I bought a bunch of old style hubcaps, you know, like DeSoto stuff, old Chevy stuff, and we got other ones hanging in the corner where the lighting is pretty bad, but you know, we got decorations happening here. So that was cool. That was fun. Then, you know, we just keep plugging away. So I just wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know that I haven't really forgotten about this channel at all. It's just been just pure chaos, and just trying to stay above it, and also at the same time continue doing the things that I love to do and have fun with them. And that's really that's going to be the continuing factor here. We're just going to keep on doing that. It's just the cold weather has kind of put a damper on it for right now, at least on this side. It's cool that it's, you know, even though it's snowing outside, it is still pretty nice and enjoyable inside the shop here with the wood floors. So it's not completely frozen, but still cold enough that I'd rather be indoors. Anyways, yeah, we actually did get the Rallycross truck here. It's sitting outside there. You can see a little bit of it. It's one of those slow projects that's probably, I don't know when I'm actually going to get around to that, but we will see. I think I did pretty good for 2019. If I had to do it again, I would just, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way I could do it any other way. I had to really scramble to make things happen and do it in a major hurry. And things just kind of fell into position here. I managed to score a barn, a workshop with a house, and I was able to keep both dogs, and both dogs are still kicking. They're great. Athena's pushing 15 now, and Jet just he turned 5 in August, so that's pretty good. We've had to go to the vet a few times just because transitioning. You know, they were also in a weak state like I was and had to get their act back together, but the vet's been very helpful, and I've been just keep plugging away on them and everything, and you know, 2020 is going to be even better. So if you guys have any comments, you know, questions or anything, just hit me up. I've been doing a lot of posting on Instagram. Obviously, it was Rainmaker_D21. Lots of pictures of all the projects and everything. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, subscribing, liking my content, and just giving me a reason to keep uploading stuff for your enjoyment. Because these trucks, they need work, and I will just film what has to be done naturally, anyways. Let's see. I don't really have a huge wish list. I'm pretty easygoing. So I'm just hoping that I can have some fun again this year, put the summer tires back on this one, drive this one everywhere. I want to lower this one another inch in the back. This one here needs a U-joint really bad in the rear, and I have to put the angle shims in there because I think the pinion angle is what killed the U-joint. Also have to do a timing chain on this one. So, and then of course Pathfinder pickup. So yeah, lots of material that I can do. Hopefully I'm going to be able to have time to get to it. I want to thank everybody, and take care now. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.